Welcome to the February 21st meeting of the Town of Southampton Conservation Board. In accordance with the Town Board's adoption of Local Law Number 14 of 2022, the board's meetings are being held both in person at Town Hall and via video conference through Zoom webinar. The link to participate in this meeting via video conference can be found on the town's website at the Town Clerk's Agendas and Meetings portal. You can also watch the live stream video and submit written comments for the public record through the town website. If you are attending via Zoom and wish to speak during this meeting, then please click the raise hand icon. As a reminder to all applicants, agents, and members of the public who wish to speak at the meeting, please state your name and Hamlet residence for the record. Thank you. I invite everyone to rise for the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will do the minutes next meeting when we have more in attendance. Public hearings, A022054, Paul Basic and Lisa Gallo, the applicant requested adjournment to April 10th, 2024. Is there anyone in the public who would like to speak to this application?
Motion to adjourn to April 10th, 2024.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? CB 22013, Mayor Noyak Realty, Inc. Applicant requests an adjournment to April 24th, 2024. This is a new application, and I understand we do have,
Yes, we do have affidavits of posting and mailing. I did review them, and Karina has the originals. The board does have jurisdiction to open the hearing tonight and adjourn it.
thank you. So the applicant requests an adjournment to April 24th. Is there anyone in the public who would like to speak on this application?
Motion to adjourn to April 24th, 2024.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Advisory reports. Zoning Board of Appeals, Ocean View Drive LLC.
Good evening, Marty Shea, Chief Environmental Analyst for the town. This is a pending variance application for a property that's being redeveloped at 40 Ocean View Drive in the hamlet of Shinnecock Hills. There are several recommended advisory comments. The first is that the subject premises for which variance is being sought is frontage on Shinnecock Bay and therefore is regulated pursuant to Chapter 325 of the Town Code. Second, administrative wetland permit number WAP 23031 was issued on June 6, 2023, and that was in order to allow for residential redevelopment inclusive of accessory improvements. Such permit has been conditioned upon the establishment of a covenanted naturally vegetated wetland non-disturbance, non-fertilization buffer extending landward of wetlands. Thirdly, the survey which was submitted to the Zoning Board of Appeals is generally consistent with the environmental parameters set by administrative wetland permit number WAP 23031. However, changes and updates have been made to the planned swimming pool, patio, and subsurface drainage structures without correcting the latest survey revision date and without obtaining the needed modified administrative wetlands permit. And lastly, no decision should be rendered on the pending variance application until the requisite survey corrections are made and a modified administrative wetland permit is obtained.
Motion to send those comments to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The administrative wetland permits are in your packets. Resolution of conditional approval, A02210015 Crescent Street LLC. Any discussion?
Move to issue?
Second.
Resolved that a conditional wetland permit approval granted to 15 Crescent Street LLC for the proposed project for the terms and conditions set forth therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A023033 Jason P. Goslin and Nancy Goslin. Any discussion?
Move to issue?
Second.
Resolved that a conditional wetland permit approval be granted to Jason Goslin and Nancy Goslin for the proposed project for the terms and conditions put therein. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 0230401, Jennifer Standing, applicant requests postponement to March 13th.
Motion to postpone to March 13th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Preliminary review ticket determination. A 021023, Matthew Harblin and Ellen Harblin.
This is a pending application that relates to a largely vacant and residentially developed property in the hamlet of Tuckahoe. The parcels are located on the east side of Tuckahoe Lane. There is a preliminary advisory report on file dated February 14, 2024. This is an application that was initially filed to gain this board's approval to install a wood stockade fence along the north property line of the developed lot at 234 Tuckahoe Lane. However, upon receipt of the application, review of the permit records, and the inspection of the premises, it was found that there was a host of other outstanding matters that needed to be addressed by this application. Those items included various improvements that needed to be legalized or otherwise rectified, inclusive of a reconfigured residential rear slate pool patio, various slate walks, reconfiguration of the gravel driveway, renovation, enclosure, and conversion of a pool house roof over to a pool house addition, various new and reconfigured fences needed to be addressed, as well as necessary partial fence removals. It was also noted that some clearing and disturbance of natural vegetation had occurred at the site and in the rear of the existing residence and pool area that needed to be addressed. It was also noted that a hot tub had been installed without proper permits, together with an underground propane tank. There's an outdoor shower that needs to be addressed, as well as a shed and ramp that was installed without permits. Repairs had been made and completed to the pre-existing swimming pool, and there's an unpermitted stone walk that leads down to the wetlands. The February 14, 2024 advisory report on file provides characterization of this site, notes some of the wetland values and benefits. It indicates that the vacant property contains an expanse of town and state regulated freshwater wetlands. Thus, the reason for submittal of this application. When the field assessment was completed at the site, it was noticed that the landscape managers have been discarding a lot of landscape debris and excess leaf litter into the adjacent flooded freshwater wetlands. That debris needs to be hand raked out and removed. Is an unpermitted roadside wire fence that extends down into the wetlands. I'm recommending that the portion in the wetlands, as well as that section extending 75 feet landward of wetlands, be taken out. The Applicant has indicated that they are amenable to addressing the other items. The unpermitted shed and ramp is being relocated from the vacant lot to the rear of the developed lot. The outdoor shower is being removed. Concern had been expressed regarding the history of deer fences. The applicant has reduced the height of the majority of the fences down to the maximum allowable 4 feet high fence in the front yard and 6 feet high in the rear yard. There is a small section of 7 foot high mesh that needs to be removed as well. The hot tub that was installed can be legalized, as well as the changes to the on-site patio and pool house. The majority of the other hardscape can be legalized. I am asking that the unpermitted stone walk leading down to the flooded wetlands be removed. I have also recommended that minimal buffer be established at the developed property. That buffer would take in the portions of the property that lie within 25 feet of wetlands. That is an area that would need to be partially revegetated. And in that way, the matter of the unauthorized clearing of vegetation, which likely dates back to the prior ownership, will be rectified as well. Consistent with this board's protocols, the buffer will need to be established by covenant and will need to be shown on a revised survey, along with the recommended fence modifications and removal. The buffer revegetation plan will also need to confirm that the inappropriately discarded landscape debris and litter in the on-site wetlands will be taken out. As such, there is sufficient information on record to make a determination. Accordingly, recommending that the public hearing requirement be waived.
Motion to waive the public hearing?
Second.
Resolved that the Town Conservation Board hereby waives the public hearing requirement pursuant to Chapter 325, Section 325-80 of the Town Code. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 022082, Erlinda Bildner, an applicant request postponement to March 13th, 2024.
Motion to postpone to March 13th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 023022, Guillaume Savadier, and the applicant request postponement to March 13th, 2024.
Motion to postpone to March 13th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 023042, Gregory Mensch.
This application relates to a property at 12 Plume Grass Way in the hamlet of West Hampton. There is a preliminary advisory report on file dated February 16, 2024. The property is under new ownership. However, under the former ownership, several citations had been issued for significant land disturbance, encroachments within an existing covenanted wetland non-disturbance, non-fertilization buffer, as well as for various hardscape improvements including, among others, an extension of the driveway. As the driveway that extends down to the garage has considerable slope, the work associated with the commencement of driveway construction has resulted in considerable runoff and siltation of the freshwater wetlands, primarily on the abutting property to the north, that needs to be corrected. When I inspected the property and received updated surveys, I did see that there were some other items that needed to be addressed at the property, including, among others, removal of various fuel and propane tanks. There are repairs that are needed to the foundation of the elevated pool, as observed under the raised deck area. The construction had commenced on a front entry deck area. The foundation was put in. That deck was not previously permitted, so that needs to be legalized so that can be completed. I noted that the front entry steps to the home are crumbling and need to be reconstructed because of the considerable grade in the front yard. A perpendicular retaining wall had been constructed that needs to be legalized as well. There are outdoor lights running along a pre-existing at-grade wood walk within the required covenanted buffer and wetland preservation area. The outdoor lights, consistent with our standards, need to be taken out. A roof over kayak rack was recently installed within the wetlands without permits. That needs to be taken out as well. There was a concrete walled slab built under a portion of the deck for location of the pool equipment. That needs to be legalized. There is mounded stockpile soil partly in the buffer, and that needs to be taken out. There are other minor repairs and remediation that is necessary, inclusive of perhaps reconstruction of a wood bin and wood fence line. There are metal chain link fences that extend within the existing buffer that need to be taken out. There is some clearing and land disturbance within the buffer that will need to be restored by revegetation with native plants. In order to rectify the matter of the significant dry runoff, siltation of the adjacent wetlands, I've asked that the entirety of the drive be replaced and or built with pervious pavers in order to allow for better infiltration. I've also asked that the drive be equipped with drainage and that the disturbed slopes be restored back to their pre-existing grades. I did have a conversation with the applicant's agent after this report was issued, and I'm in the process of working out final details with regards to the drive, drainage, and other items. With the applicant, there are revisions that are needed to the buffer planting plan, which the applicant is amenable to as well. That being said, we do have sufficient information make a determination on this application. Accordingly, I'm recommending that the public hearing requirement be waived.
Motion to waive the public hearing?
Second.
Resolved that the Town Conservation Board hereby waives the public hearing requirement pursuant to Chapter 325, Section 325-80 of the Town Code. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A 023069, Alexander Koshansky. The applicant requests postponement to March 13th, 2024.
Motion to postpone to March 13th?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.